Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back again with another video. It is so good to be back. Today we're going to be doing a volume cat eye on this lovely client. I want to kind of go into depth on the way that her eyes are because I forgot to get a clip at the beginning of her bare eyes. So I have kind of a picture similar to her eye shape, and I want to explain why I'm mapping this way before we get into the rest of the set. So she wanted a cat eye, however her eye shape, as you can see by this picture, this is not my client, this is a person with the same eye shape that I found online. So I wouldn't necessarily call her eyes downturned, because when we do the line test, they're not very downturned. However, they're very open. She has that highest point of her lid when her eyes are open is very high up. So if I did a traditional cat eye map, it would actually defeat the whole purpose of a cat eye, and it wouldn't look like a cat eye because that part of her lid is very high when her eyes are open. So I opted to go for this lash map where I went 10 through 15, but the placement of those lashes is, you know, what makes this set unique and really personalized to her eye shape. As you can see, what I did was I'm kind of pushing all of the longer lashes towards the end. I'm trying to keep the middle of her eye somewhat short, because that is the highest point of her eye. So if I did, usually where the 11 and 12, usually I would do 13 there if I'm doing a traditional cat eye. However, if I did those lengths there for her eye, what would happen is they would be actually longer than the 15 when her eye is open. They would appear longer. So that's why I'm trying to go super short from the beginning to the middle of her eye, and then going up in length pretty drastically towards the end. So as you can see, those sections are very small where we have the 13, the 14, and then I made the 15 a bit bigger to really concentrate that longer outer wing. Always remember to burp your adhesive. So here I am just putting out my adhesive. I've been getting a lot of questions on what adhesive I used. I have mentioned it a few times. Currently, I am using the Soko Lashes Stay a While adhesive. This adhesive is pretty fast drying, so I don't recommend it if you are a beginner or if you're just a little bit slower in placing your fans, because it will probably dry by the time you put it. So it's kind of just like if you're quick, or if you notice that your lashes are taking a long time to dry, then you can give this adhesive a shot. I really like it, but it just really depends on your speed. And as you guys know, I like to lash different quadrants, I like to call them. So the little chunks where I have the different lengths, I call those different quadrants. And I like to also alternate eyes. I find that this way you are lashing far away from where you last placed a lash, so that way you have less likely to get stickies and all of that. Also, the way that I'm lashing, I haven't come up with a name for it yet, but my lashing or fanning method is actually pretty unique. I haven't seen anyone lash like this before. If you tried it out, definitely let me know, because I have made a full in-depth video on it. But basically I isolate, and then while I'm isolating, I fan the fan with the hand I'm isolating with. You can't really see it that good because it's kind of cut off, but that's how I like to do it, and it's honestly just the fastest way for me. So yeah, right after I fan out the lashes, I just dip it in the adhesive and then place it onto the natural lash. I am also very cautious of the fan size to the natural lash. This is actually a reason why I prefer to make my own fans and not use any like pre-mades or any of that. The thing with our lashes is we have some lashes that are shorter than others, some lashes that are longer, some that are still baby lashes, some that are still adult lashes. And obviously I try not to lash the baby lashes. However, we always have, you know, those medium length lashes, and for those I don't like to do such a huge fan. So the reason why I like make my own fans is because I can kind of adjust the fan to as wide or as small as I want it to be, for whatever that natural lash can handle. You can still do that with pre-mades, but I just kind of find it a hassle to like set out all the different kinds, sizes of fans. I kind of find that, so it's just like, I feel like that's just a lot, whereas I'd rather just like make it custom to the lash like right away, instead of having a bunch of different types of lashes out, or like finding a certain, because then I'll just get lazy and I probably, won't do it. So it's like, if it's right there, I'm gonna fan it, and then it's just a lot easier for me. And I also found that my retention's a lot better when I use this method, because I'm placing the lashes right away after I've dipped them in my adhesive, and I'm getting that wraparound method, which is, you can't really do that with pre-mades because they're already pre-bonded. Please feel free to comment down below what videos you would like me to do. If you do have like basic questions about lashes that don't necessarily require a whole video, then please feel free to comment that on my TikTok page, which is going to be all linked down below. If you comment that on my TikTok, I'm more likely to make just a quick short video explaining that instead of a whole YouTube video. So I like to do the YouTube videos for like really long, in-depth tutorials. So the lashes I'm using today are the Z Lashes Volume Lashes in 0.03. As you can see here, I'm just filling up my lash tray again. So I like to do doubles when I'm doing volume lashes. So I do 2 10s, like 2 strips of 10s, 2 strips of 11s, 2 strips of 12s, and so on and so forth, because I do use these lashes quite a lot. I also use them for my hybrid lashes, so I'm using these pretty much almost every appointment, unless I'm doing a classic set. But for all my other sets, I'm always using these lashes. I absolutely love these lashes. So the back of the lash strips is actually foil back, so it's not going to stick or be annoying when you're trying to take it off of the tray. And they also fan super easily. They are very thin because they are 0.03, and I really like that because I'm less likely to be damaging my clients' lashes. Yeah, they're super lightweight. I've been loving them. I've been using them for years now, and if you guys want to try them out, I also have 0.07 available, 0.05, and we've got mixed trays as well as full length trays. So if you guys are interested, then I will leave the link for them in the description down below, and also make sure to use the code that's up on the screen to get some money off of your first order. Other people have also been asking about when the tweezers will be restocked. The Barbie tweezers unfortunately will not be restocked. I am working on new tweezers. So I'm working on dropping new tweezers soon, and I also have a new bonder coming in soon as well. One thing about me is that it's going to take some time for me to release a new product, because I really test products for a long period of time on various types of clients. So I don't like to just find a supplier, get it done, slap my name on it, and then sell it to you guys. I really like to use the product for a long time, make sure that I like it, make sure that it works with all types of eye shapes and eye lashes. And then once I'm very satisfied with that product, then I will go ahead and, drop it as my own. So that's why it just kind of takes a long time. So back to the lashes, I've just been lashing away. A volume set is very repetitive. You're just kind of doing the exact same thing over and over again. You're kind of doing the exact same thing over and over again until you have lashed all the lashes. And I do like to fan in between, and always ask my client if they're comfortable, if anything is bothering them. Sometimes the tape can slide up on the lashes and really start itching their waterline. So I always like to ask, because I know that some people are kind of shy and they won't really say anything. So that's also an important thing that I feel like if you're not doing, then you should definitely start doing that. Talk about fanning all lashes. So I know I always talk about fan every single lash, fan 100% of the lashes, but recently I've been finding myself not doing that. And it's not that I'm not lashing all the lashes. I mean, Obviously, there is going to be lashes that you can't lash. So those really small baby lashes are not to be lashed. If your client also has gaps and you can see like very thin, small baby hairs, and you think it's a good idea to put lashes on there so that you can fill that gap, don't do it because the gap is just gonna get worse. So if you see a gap and there is a little bit of baby lashes there, just let them grow. Do not lash them. Also, depending on the client's lashes. So some clients actually have a lot more natural lashes than others do. So some clients that have full, like very full natural lashes, if they want like a hybrid set, and I do a hybrid set on them how I normally would, and I lash all their lashes, sometimes it will look like so thick, like almost a volume set when I didn't do a volume set, you know what I mean? And a lot of my clients don't like that. So sometimes I'll leave a good like 10% of the lashes and I won't lash them. So the way that I do that is usually like when I'm lashing, I'll try to go for lashing the biggest lashes first, you know, and then after that I will fill in the gaps and then lash the lashes that are a little bit shorter. And then finally, like leaving the very short ones. If I don't need to lash them, then I won't. So I hope that kind of makes sense. But yeah, that's just kind of how I like to do it. It honestly all depends on the client. And I also like to go through that. So when I have like a new client that has never gotten lashes done before or is inexperienced with lash extensions, then I always like to kind of like educate them about that stuff and like let them know like, hey, if you see like a couple of your lashes not lashed, it's because XYZ. You have too many lashes, or if you want me to do all of them, but they're going to be really full, you know? So I always like to just make that clear to them because, you know, then if they go home and they start looking at their lashes, they won't be like, oh, why does this look like that, right? And I also really like to go in depth on what the different lashes mean, because then it helps them get an understanding of what they like the most, like what kind of look. I think that was all for today's video. Don't forget to comment down below, as well as visit the website if you are interested in trying out the lashes, and don't forget the discount code on the screen. Comment what videos you guys would like to see, and yeah, I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.